then strikes the next motherfucker out. Then
Let's him hear it.
Then is like, fuck you. I loved that.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Diamond. We got Mr. Garrett Harrelson, Noah Outlaw, producer Josh behind the screen on the camera. And this episode is brought to you by Big City Wings. Big City Wings is Houston's wing joint. It's Apollo's wing joint. You could be someone at Big City Wings, winner of the People's Choice Golden Fork Award. Their new location at Morton Ranch, locations all over the city. 4th of July coming up. They have specials. They have their 4th of July cocktails are back this Saturday, starting July 1st, running through the 4th, and their ranch waters. So go out, be someone at Big City Wings and let them know Apollo Media sent you.
Damn.
And
that sounds good.
It does sound great.
Little firecracker looking cocktail, dude.
Hell yeah. I didn't know.
Says
I
America.
had plans. I might be there.
Sign me
See
up.
you there.
I'll definitely be there.
Yeah, we'll get the gridiron special too on Saturdays. The other sponsor of this episode is brought to you by Pocket Talk. Pocket Talk Festival, the Sports World Fair is to be based here in Houston, April 24th. Bringing everything together, Sports Innovation Expo, a true fan festival with sporting events, competitions, activities, food, fun, live music, activations with panels. We're all going to be on a panel. That's going to be a lot of fun. Bringing the entire world downtown Houston.
Sorry, did you say April 24th?
Yes. Okay. Like in a year.
Okay, so next year?
Next year.
Okay, cool.
Next spring.
Sure.
Bring the world to Houston.
Yeah.
And sports.
That's going to be amazing.
It's going to be a ton of fun. Shout out Pocket Talk. Shout out Big City. Houston Astros have not been great. Over the
here's the deal. They haven't been great, but they haven't been bad. You know what they've been? Kind of unlucky.
Unlucky is the way to put it.
Unlucky, especially the series over the weekend. You know, they played against a good Dodgers team. They won, or they lost by a run, won by a run. That could have been a sweep easily, you know.
This team didn't forget how to play baseball. Like I'm not worried. I am concerned. It's just I think we're all collectively waiting for them to turn the switch to go.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of things that have happened. You lose 60% of your starting rotation. Altuve injury, the big man being injured. Yeah. Tuck, Pena, Breggs, Abreu, guys that you really bank on. One will get hot, one is not. One will get hot, one is not. So they haven't collectively came together yet.
Yeah.
I think once that happens and gels, then everything's fun again.
Yeah.
But I think also the realities of it all is that. Thanks, Dad. The realities of it all is that this is just normal for every other team in Major League Baseball, and it hasn't been normal for us. It's a new normal, and so
it's been a lot of bad timing. Yeah. When your offense finally they get their offense going over the weekend against the Dodgers, and then their bullpen that has been nails all season finally shows faults. So it's just that bad timing of one day your pitching staff is just on it, but you can't score more than 2 runs. Yeah. And the next day you score like 7 runs, and all of a sudden the pitchers like Abreu and Neris, who have been nails, struggle, and then you lose by 1 run. It's just been bad timing overall.
Yeah.
They've been treading water pretty much since May.
Yeah.
But when you add in the bad timing on top of that, that's when you start getting worried. But I think things can look better in July.
Yeah, I mean it's still June, you know, and how many times you sit at a sports bar or something and you're looking at the records down below of teams, you know, of past years, and you see like, oh, the Phillies last year, like, oh, they're about 500. Made it to the World Series, you know. We're just having one of those years where we have ebbs and flows and injuries and unlucky timing or bad timing. I mean, that's just that's baseball, baby, and it's finally happening to us. Yeah, you know.
And I think you have this vacuum of if on Facebook or Instagram, on Twitter, the comment sections that are just. I think you want to get your troll tweet off just to be like, I got my troll tweet off and I got all these retweets and likes.
Are they though? Are they trying to troll, or are they serious?
So I think half are legitimate, just like, hey, I'm gonna get my jokes.
I hope so because it's getting to a point where it's like, guys, you'll have to have a little bit of, like we like to say, wherewithal. Like even if this team is gonna have a down year, Look at what you've gotten lately. Stop. The world is not on fire. This is my biggest thing. I talked about it last episode I was on. It's just driving me crazy with like these fans are like, well, we're fucked. That's it. We're done. We suck. And I'm like, do you see what has happened recently? And also, it's only June. It's the end of June. But you just gotta take a step back and breathe and look at what they've done and look at what they can still do. And stop fucking freaking out. So I hope people are just trolling, but there are people that are actually.
Y'all made Noah mad. Y'all just made him. Y'all hear him mad.
Yeah, but it's just ridiculous to me.
I also and I do think there is a lot of criticisms that should be validated, and there are concerns that should be validated with lineup construction, roster construction, when players are being used in certain spots. Decisions by Dusty, like there's stuff that happens with every team.
Yeah.
I just think the standard here in Houston is so great that they're obviously not playing up to that standard, and fans are warranted to be concerned and be worried that like, hey, is this over? And it's not, but it's a marathon, not a sprint, because like every other team has gone through this. We just have been so fucking good and better than everyone that we haven't experienced in almost a decade. So let's revert back to. You never get too high. You never get too low. Yeah. And you just have to ride that middle. Mm-hmm. And yes, it's boring. And yes, it's at the end of the day, just feel like we're going through the motions. But that's just how you have to carry yourself. And I will take this team against anyone in a legitimate playoff series. Than actually running down the Rangers right now.
Oh yeah.
And if it's a wild card, so be it. We made it tougher than us. Yeah. Yes. Yes, the Rangers are playing possessed. Yes, they have a 6-game lead right here, recording on the 28th of June, with the big series looming in Arlington this upcoming weekend. Oof. But at the end of the day, like, this team did not forget how to win. They just won the World Series, and you can't view this season in that scope anymore. And you have to view it for what it is this year. And it's been adversity, it's been injuries, it's been trials and tribulations, and that's just baseball. We have just been so better than everyone else that we've forgotten what baseball really is, and that's what we're going through right now.
Exactly.
To people, it seems like the sky is falling, but I'm looking at these records up here. Like, imagine being like a Toronto fan, who are 10 games back. Imagine being a Boston fan. I mean, like, these guys are like, they're about 500 and they actually have issues.
Like, God forbid you're a Rockies fan, dude. There's 17 and a half games
God forbid you're a Padres fan spending infinity dollars in the offseason and you just cannot do anything. You can't get a winning record. Imagine being a Mets fan who Steve Cohen is like, I'm doing a press conference
today.
He
went to twitter.com to then tell everyone, I'm doing a press conference
You're going to hear from me.
Yeah.
Is Buck Showalter gone by the time this is launched?
No.
Ooh. I think he may be gone.
Well, I can see it. I'm just saying no.
Or does he do the everyone is safe, and then like 2 weeks later everyone's fired?
I could see it being like a warning, like a final warning.
I mean, you spend half $1 bazillion.
Exactly.
A very public 2 weeks notice
in this economy.
Yeah. Let me read y'all some stuff. Let's get into some facts here.
Some facts.
Last year.
We're talking facts or facts by facts.
Yeah, not facts, but facts. Facts.
FACTS.
All right. Last year, World Series winning Astros lineup: Jose Altuve, Jeremy Pena, Yordan Alvarez, Alex Bregman, Kyle Tucker, Yuli Gurriel, Christian Vasquez, Aledmys Diaz, Chas McCormick. You have Abreu now at first base, who, in the month of June, is hitting with a 782 OPS and a 113 OPS plus.
So in the month of June, he hasn't been the issue.
He is showing about what he can do.
Yeah.
And if he keeps that up, then there you go. That's checkbox better than Gurriel.
I mean, you can't say Abreu's the issue this month. He hasn't been the issue.
No.
Catcher, Christian Vasquez. You have Maldi, and then you have Diaz. They're switching off, whatever. I think that position's still just as strong.
Yeah.
Left field, you have Aledmys Diaz. That's where we could potentially have Brantley.
Yeah.
And then you have Chas, who's been amazing this month.
Yeah.
So this lineup is just about as good, if not better, than the World Series winning lineup last year.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nothing has changed really
Yeah.
for the negative. So people just calm down. It's not like we've lost like half the starting. They've just been underperforming.
Yeah, underperforming. Sorry, go ahead. I mean,
And the bench is what's a little weaker, but that's what trade deadline's for. That's what bringing people up is for.
Guys,
he's getting mad again.
I'm about to get
I
mad.
don't want to rant on this for too long.
No, I know, but listen.
No, but the concerns are valid by people that are angry on the internet.
The current concerns are valid. We're just kind of shifting expectations and showing you the truth of where we're at.
I'm not about to get mad, but here's the deal. Everyone who's freaking out, guys, we have one of the best baseball players in the world on our baseball team who is not available. When he is available, when Yordan Alvarez is playing baseball for the Houston Baseball Astros, it's blue sky, it's sunshine, it's the best thing. Just wait. We'll get back. Altuve will get back. Abreu's being himself.
Reinforcements are approaching.
Exactly. It's fine. I can't wait to see the big dog back. Ooh.
You just gotta hold serve, keep treading water, hang around the rim. The biggest series, you cannot get swept against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And then the Rangers. You can't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
You have to take
that
a
would
series.
that would be next week's
then-
podcast would be different.
Then the next podcast will be 100% different than all alarms are ringing.
I'll have a different tune.
But until then, this team deserves the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And I really and truly feel that as a fan base and us as commenters online and us tweeting on Twitter and us posting on Instagram and us on TikTok and us on Facebook, wherever you are, even at your local dive bar, this feels like the dog caught the car.
Yeah.
And that 2022 Houston Astros team, the dog that was chasing this car of all the cheating scandal hoopla, all the booze, all the trash can, all losing the 2 World Series in NL East, all this different. It was like this perfect storm of all this negativity that fueled us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we win the World Series. What do you do after you catch the car? Exactly. And we're kind of in that limbo of what do we do? Because now we feel human for the first time.
Yeah.
When we're just this superior organization and team, which we still are. It's still that same team, still that same organization. But it's like, what do you do now? You caught the car. What's next? Yeah. So us as a fan base and us as everyone as commenters online and just fans, just got to figure out what that is. Yeah. And it's a little weird right now trying to figure out what our footing is. Yeah. But my new car is chasing down the Rangers and then showing the league that this team is still the team you don't want to fuck with when it comes to October.
100%.
Let me read you, before we get into Q&A, let me just read you a potential Astros lineup, say like a month from today. Altuve, second base. Brantley, left field. Tucker, right field. Bregman, third base. Yordan, DH. Diaz, catcher. Abreu, first base. Pena, shortstop. Chaz, center field.
It's a World Series.
I mean, that lineup is stacked from start.
And then you have Dubon, your utility guy, Jake, who's a great bat off the bench.
Yeah.
The leadership of Maldi, and then you have Diaz. If Maldi's catching, you have Diaz now on the bench as another bat.
Yeah. Those two are interchangeable.
Your lineup gets very extended.
That lineup is a good bench.
You have Jose Abreu potentially hitting, seventh there.
And then you could probably go back to a 6-man rotation with Jose Urquidy coming back off injury.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of less.
Good things are coming.
Yeah.
Good things are coming.
Great things are coming.
This week is, though, a big week in the sense of, like, you got to take care of business with the Cardinals. You didn't after the long flight from London. That was really upsetting. And then 2 with the Rangers looming. And the Rangers have shown that they're human over the last 2 weeks. We just haven't taken advantage. Yeah. Hey, maybe it's fun to chase down someone.
You know what? I tweeted about this the other day. I was like, you know what?
Spice things up a little bit.
I feel like we needed a season like this to show, hey, winning is really hard in any sport. Winning is so hard. And we needed to be reminded that, it just didn't just come all the time. You need to fucking fight for it. You need to get to it because a lot of shit will happen. You'll get injured. Yeah. You'll get, just unfortunate, like the balk on Saturday. That's such an unfortunate, vibe killer. That killed the vibe for sure. Yeah. You're going to get shit like that. It's like, hey, that happens to everyone. Yeah. And it needed to happen to us, I think.
Yeah. It's a wake-up call.
And also, throughout this reign that the Astros have had, all these other teams in our division it's been, well, what are y'all going to do to catch up to the Astros? What are y'all going to do? What are y'all going to do? Then the Rangers went and spent what most countries' economies are. And then they're like, okay, we did it, and it's working for them. And so now it's time for us to answer and say, okay, fuck you.
I mean,
Time for us to go.
You put away that much money, it's going to eventually happen. Like
Exactly.
You're eventually going to get big.
And so it's good. It's good to have that motivation now, to where now the guys who have been, sitting pretty for the last 5 years or more, can say, all right, fine. They think they got something. Watch this, and I love that.
Does everyone on Twitter agree?
Let's find out.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Twitter.
get into our Twitter.
I
Also,
don't think
on
they
YouTube,
do.
make sure you like, subscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe. If you're listening, like, subscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe.
Yep.
Put a comment down.
So we asked on Twitter a bunch of questions about. We asked for hot takes and for questions. For
You
us
have
to
it pulled
answer.
up? You need me to?
I have it
Yes.
pulled up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'll
I have
go through
answers.
them.
I got answers for y'all.
All right, let's start off with Corey Elliott.
What up,
At
Cord?
what point in the season what point in the season is okay to panic? When do you hit the panic alarm? Is there a particular date? Is there a number of games back? Is there a specific time period where after your Don and Brantley are back? What do you think?
I think August. I think August, if you're still right around 500, trying to fight, trying to chase, dog days are happening. It's gonna be tough after that.
If you're 6 games back, 5-6 games back in August, that's tough.
That's gonna be scary, especially if the Rangers are. Still.
I don't think there's a specific date. I think it's fluid. It could be as early as next week. You get swept by the Rangers, you're chasing 9.5. Then I would push it. It could be All-Star break. It could be you don't even push it at all. We just looked at it. It was there on the table. We acknowledged it, and we just
The
didn't
panic
push
button is there. We're just not pressing it.
Like the hunt for Red October. Like use the nuke codes.
Yeah.
But I think it's just fluid. I honestly, and that's okay. I think there's not a hard date. There's not a line in the sand. It could be by this next week's episode, we could be pushing that button.
Right. Is the trade deadline impact that? If we haven't made a move and it's August 1st or 2nd, and we're sitting at a certain games back or something,
I think so. I think there's some holes, Retney, that you should try to attempt to fill.
Yeah.
Pause. But
Well, Brian, who's traveling to his World Series right now with the Banditos team, he's gonna bring home a championship for us.
yeah.
good luck.
On his radio show this morning, Dana Brown was on it, and I listen every Wednesday, and every Wednesday he sounds confident, aggressive, and he was adamant like, "Hey, we're not giving up our top prospects for a rental. So there's not a Drew Gilbert for a rental arm.
We're not getting Shohei.
We are going to make aggressive decisions that makes the team better. And I think it may not be sexy names. I think there will be people upset on the internet, but I think they've done their due diligence and the work behind the scenes. Like, hey, we get XYZ guy, we get XYZ guy. That helps the team. And he's been adamant about getting bats. I think you get 2 bats because you can't bank on Michael Brantley until he's actually playing in the game, because you can't just like, okay, we're only get 1 bat because we have Michael Brantley come back and then he gets scratched and
Something
flares up again,
Yeah, exactly.
and he's on the shelf. Then you're kind of caught holding back.
The thing about Brantley too is, like, I know we like to say, like, this guy's gonna roll out of bed and hit and be great, but like, there's gonna be a point in time where that's no longer the case. I don't think it's right now, but also I need to see him on the field and actually in playing well before I'm like, okay, we're good.
And he talked about the new rules with that he has to get sped up to with the clock and everything like that. So I don't think there's a specific date, Corey. I think it's fluid where it could be next week or we don't touch it at all.
Yeah.
All right. Birds the word.
Birdie
Asked, what's been the worst part of Astros baseball this year, and why is it the fans?
Well,
I think the worst part is losing winnable games.
Yeah,
that's always what gets me.
Punting games that I mean, look, I think Dusty, he showed proof of concept last year by giving guys days off. They're healthy in October. I think this year margins are tight, so like it's more under the microscope. And I think Josh brought it up with Chandler Rome today, tweeting like, if Altuve is healthy to play tonight, the 28th, why was he not pitch hitting?
Yeah,
with the game on the line on the 27th.
Just thinking
that's
same
so like
thing.
that's
fair.
Like,
That's a fair criticism.
So frustrating things are punting or losing winnable games in the 162.
Yeah, and also nothing against the guy, but pinch hitting Madriz there. versus Myers, who was available. Tuve, who was, if he's available today, like you said, like there's definitely some decisions there that I'm like, what are we doing?
It was definitely just like, I need a lefty for this matchup.
Yeah.
So let me put the lefty up there.
I think in a vacuum it was
but
an okay play. Just the result wasn't there.
Yeah, he's just
he worked a count. And
Good at bat. I gotta give it to him. Yeah.
But then again, you shouldn't be relying on him to be the hero.
Exactly.
On a guy with a career,
Right?
Like
that's not fair to fair to him and fair to anyone else.
I think relying the World Series reigning champion in June, relying on a dude with a career 182 average to win a game, it's just I just don't think that should be a thing that happens.
Shouldn't happen. Yeah.
Anyways, let's get into it. Seems from Spaceman. I don't know if you've heard it. Shout out this guy. His name's Colin or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Copier? He's French. Copier.
Seems as so when the starter is hot, the bullpen is cold, and vice versa. Why?
It's baseball, baby.
Yeah.
That's baseball,
Yeah.
baby.
It's just one of those things where it's
unlucky. Like we were
damn
talking about
if you
a
do,
minute
damn
ago.
if you don't.
Yeah.
It's frustrating because it's like the thing Colin created where you click one button and the other button turns off. Like you're just always like it's just I don't know.
I mean, it's
it's frustrating as hell.
It's very frustrating because it's like why, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I mean, we're still, we're doing pretty good because like a lot of teams that would go through what we're going through, they'll lose 10 straight and then they'll be.
I think every organization in Major League Baseball would be like, oh, I can have all the history you had over the last 6 years. And your 42 wins this year?
No, but
what are you complaining about?
Please.
You're well within striking distance of winning the division.
Yeah.
Like, they're not in a horrible spot right now.
No.
All right. From Will Orgain, was Abreu an upgrade over Gurriel?
Yes.
We'll see.
Yes.
I think a lot of, and look, I love Yuli. I'm a Yuli. I got a Miami Yuli jersey.
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah.
That's badass.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
That is super dope.
Show me
The
after
blue one?
this.
The
Yeah,
blue
I
one?
didn't know that.
I think fans realize how bad Yuli was until October.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I don't care if you're bad over 162. If you're great in the month of October,
It'll
Doesn't matter.
This question can really just
it's how
it won't be answered till October.
exactly.
That's why I was like, we'll
But
see. Because
He's been an
paper-
upgrade over the regular season,
Kind of, yeah.
but not for the
A
amount of
little,
money.
though.
He is
XYZ.
over how Yuli was last year.
Correct.
But Yuli
Yeah.
has been better so far this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Abreu is trending up and is going to, I think, by the end of the season.
I think
have a
that
better
line
year.
drive he hit last night was.
I mean, he's
fucking
been hitting the
smoked
ball
Arizona.
like over 105 miles an hour consistently this month.
those are gonna fall.
He's fine.
All these balls that are finding low, they're gonna start finding grass.
Yeah.
It
They
just
need to.
it just happens.
But yeah, we'll see. If
And
it gets to October and he has a 580 OPS, it's like, oh, okay.
Then, it was
Sure.
just,
Yeah.
But time will tell.
All right. That's it for questions. Now I'm just going to read some hot takes and we'll just do rapid fire to
Okay.
run
These
through
ought to
these.
be good.
And y'all just react to them very
Okay.
quickly. Jose Siri went to the Dominican Winter League and juiced. No way he's hitting 14 home runs in one season after a career high 25.
I think, okay, come on. I mean, that's just
Jose Siri's.
I mean, well, that's a good lineup. That's a lineup having fun, and so
I mean, there's something in
And
the
they're
water
winning.
in
And
Tampa
they're
Bay.
winning. There's-
they
half
have
of
the
their,
right system.
Their whole lineup is hitting better than their career average. So they're
Yeah.
Might have some trash cans banging or something, dude. I don't know.
well, I'm not saying that, but I'm just
wow,
saying.
wow, dude.
I'm just saying their whole team is overperforming, and that could just be chemistry. That could be anything.
I don't know.
All right, another one from the same guy. We should never sign McCullers.
That contract is still
It's still-
amazing.
it's still
It
fine.
was so much value
Yeah,
when
it's
you did the
ridiculous.
extension.
I mean,
Yeah.
also is like, what do we have a crystal ball?
I also
Can we
feel like
fucking-
fans think that Lance was laying on Washington Avenue and let people like drive over his elbow.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like he didn't plan on getting hurt.
Yeah.
Things happen. Shit happens.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
Ridiculous.
Same guy. Ready to Rain is the worst media campaign in recent history.
maybe that's our problem. Maybe we need to change that.
I-
right.
should we rebrand instead in
Yeah.
the middle of the season?
I don't totally
This guy
disagree.
left like 7 comments.
I love them. Let's keep going.
hot take, Dana doesn't care about this season. He wants a fresh start with signings and a new manager and a healthy squad next season.
That's
That's
crazy to
just
say your general
insane.
manager doesn't care about the season.
Yeah.
I don't think he doesn't care. I do think he has one hand tied behind his back for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
mean,
think there's
that
only
was
so
just-
much he can do this year.
Yeah, it's not his team.
Yeah,
Like, he
I
didn't
mean,
make this team.
Yeah.
How it feels like an episode of Chopped, and he came in with like 10 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like,
And
oh,
like-
fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't make this. I, don't
didn't
know.
ask for it. Like, you know what I mean? That's what. Yeah.
Are shallots on there? I don't know.
I think that I said it in our group text. I think this offseason the Astros make they'll break their team record for most free agent sightings and transactions. I think they're gonna just be adding players left and right. Minor league deal to this guy. Minor league deal to this guy. Hey, you want to come out of retirement? Like,
Yeah, right.
They're just gonna be throwing like cheap contracts all over the place just
it.
to add depth.
Yeah.
Kind
You
of
could find a Jason Hayward.
exactly. You
The
just
Dodgers
shoot. You just
Shoot your
throw-
shot.
Shoot your shot. Throw shit at the wall. See what sticks. And yeah, I think they're gonna have a huge offseason. I don't know if they'll make any huge moves, but they will have about $70 million to play with.
That's cool.
In the budget.
That sounds cool to me.
Michael Brantley comes back in August and hits 330 in the final 2 months.
I like it.
I will take 275 and be happy.
Yeah, I like it.
At 500 or above at the break, seems like the playoffs are still in play. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
If you're what?
With the, I think you know what's gonna happen. I'm talking to you, Rob Manfred. You're about to reap what you sow. You know, like I'm reaping what I sow meme.
Yeah.
You gave that third extra wild card spot,
Here
and
we
the
come.
Houston Astros are gonna get it,
Yeah.
and then get hot and win it, and you're gonna reap
It's gonna be-
what
yeah.
you sow.
And
And
it's-
it's just a piece of plastic, so it really doesn't matter.
It's gonna be kind of like 2020. You know, we sneak in, people will go, "You
Don't
fucking
get- don't
bad
let's
in
get
the
hot."
regular
Yeah.
season, what?" And then they're built to win, and then they start
Yeah.
winning, and it's like, "Oh fuck, okay, oh shit, well, okay, we talked all that shit."
The Astros have the worst infield in the majors at the plate, excluding Dubon.
They have the worst infield at the plate.
plate?
hitting?
Worst hitting infield.
No, they
That's just insane. That's
Yeah.
just an insane
I mean,
take.
probably
There's a lot of bad
to this point, they're probably middle of the pack, OPS wise.
Middle of the pack, yeah.
With
Not
how
the
Brady's
worst.
played, with how Tuve being hurt, with how Bregman's played, with how Pena's played. Yeah.
Our infield is worse at hitting than like the Royals.
Yeah,
right now?
yeah,
Fucking-
The Rockies. I think Zach Greinke could start for the Royals at shortstop and have a higher OPS.
Dude,
than
also,
them.
imagine reading that tweet a year ago when they're like, our infield, other than Dubon, is the worst.
I know.
We're like,
Doopy's been
what?
great. He's
He's
an
been
all-star.
amazing.
Kyle Tucker is severely underperforming this year and looks unmotivated, lacks hustle, and on many occasions in the outfield at the plate.
Lax
Kyle
hustle.
Tucker is
He just
He
always
just-
looks like that.
He's just a
Yeah.
chill dude, and
Yeah.
you know
He's
he
just
does.
chill.
He's always hustling.
Even
He's
when-
fast as fuck. He's great defensively.
Even when he
still.
had a great year last year and won a Gold Glove, he looked exactly the same.
and,
Yeah.
and you know what? If Jose Siri was an Astro, fans would be upset about how electric and theatrical he is. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
damned if you do, damned if you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. If the Astros go 1-3 to the Rangers, Dusty Baker will be fired.
No, Dusty's safe.
No
Dusty's
way in
safe.
hell.
Dusty's safe. If we,
Who would replace him? They're just like,
well, yeah. I mean, who would replace him? Also, like, if Dusty gets fired, guys, that's the season.
Yeah, right.
That's it. Like,
No
what-
way, there's no way in hell.
We don't want that. We don't want a firing in the middle of
I
the
don't
season.
think that's an outrageous question in the sense of like Crane is a win at all cost guy. We know that, and he's put a
Sure.
lot of money in. And as a GM, his signings haven't looked that great. But firing your manager is like,
Well,
all right.
Yeah.
if
no.
they go like 2-20, if they go like 2-28,
yeah, if we're at the break and we're chasing like 15,
Yeah, then maybe.
maybe, but not just after one series against the Rangers.
yeah, there's a lot of baseball.
I think at the end of the season, obviously, I think his contract's up, right? Dusty's
His
out of this
contract's
one?
up,
Yeah,
yeah.
so he's but
All right, last one, because we're running out of time here.
Yep.
Missing the postseason would benefit the Astros. I'm guessing they mean in terms of draft.
I don't know.
And I don't know.
Maybe it gives us. Maybe they mean it gives us a chip on our shoulder for next year, and we
Yeah,
go
yeah,
out the gate and win
I
110
could
games.
see in a world where like one, they get draft picks, two, they don't like sell or they don't like buy too much at the deadline and get into
Yeah.
a hole, and they just kind of rest and regroup for the next season. But no, I mean, you want to make the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not like I'm glad we didn't make it.
I guess
this year.
but if
It
it
benefits
falls,
us.
if it falls that way, I guess I see what they're saying, because then maybe they could like kind of Garrett said, it'll be motivation, like a chip. But no,
You don't want that at all. I
No.
mean, the difference between like a 28th pick 28 and pick 20 in baseball is just not.
Yeah.
Like, you're okay.
Yeah, I don't. I think that there's not enough margin for that.
No,
Like,
you take your shot every year.
Yeah.
You want
Yeah,
to
I
make
mean,
it to the
we're
dance.
win
And-
now. We have one of the best lineups.
Yeah.
We have one of the best teams.
and I
in
still
baseball.
wouldn't trade like our position with what we have coming back to bolster the lineup and rotation. Like
Yeah.
it's not. Baseball just finds a, and you know what? I'd rather have baseball find gloves and bounces not go our way and balk calls not go our way in June, July than that stuff happening down the stretch in August, September, October.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it's gonna turn. It has to turn
if
around.
they
The
were playing
law of
like
averages
this-
say it has to turn around.
Yeah. If they were playing like this in late August and we were 6 games back,
Oh,
my
my
God,
goodness,
we'd be-
I would hit.
Yeah.
I'd be
And-
like,
yeah.
fuck.
I'd
We're,
be in the
we're in
boat.
We
deep
have the
shit.
potential for like 2.5 months of full lineup.
Yeah,
And a lot can happen in 2.5 months of baseball.
and as we end, I think Astros UK had a great question. How does a team rediscover consistent offense? I think it's just contagious as balls finding grass than gloves.
Yeah.
I feel like right now everyone is trying to be the hero, and that's just kind of how we're like, it's hero ball right now.
Yeah.
And there'll be games where we score 10 and it looks great, like we're back, and then
Yeah.
we'll get shut out. That's just how it is until we get the lineup extended.
Yeah.
And then Sarah Griffith had a great comment. She goes, I still think if we make the playoffs, we could still have a deep run. Can't say back-to-back World Series titles, but certainly we're an October team. Look at Yuli and Pena's last postseason. Plus, if you get Brantley Ukiti back by then.
Absolutely
like-
agree.
Absolutely
agree.
That's all stuff
Hard
we've
agree.
talked about. Yeah. If they make it to the dance, they'll make it.
Yeah,
to the dance.
I mean, there's no betting favorite I would take outside of the Rays, probably.
Sure.
In a series. And even then, I think it's even money.
Yeah, well, even with the Rays, like they do have that magic, but statistically on paper, like our
Yeah,
team
that-
should beat them.
It's probably going to 7 if we
Yeah.
meet them.
And the thrill of it all is that we don't have like the dog days of baseball of summer and the stretch are going to be fucking electrically fun because every game matters.
Yeah.
I mean, every game matters now because the margins are tight, but it's going to be fun for the first time in a decade where
Yeah.
we're like,
Oh,
we lost 5 games to, Oakland and Seattle on the West Coast trip. Our lead went from 17 to 12.
Yeah.
And then we come back home. Like, it's not that even
Yeah,
like
right.
shit's going to matter. Like, it's
September
going to be
baseball is gonna
fun.
be-
Hey,
It's going to be fun again.
it's a playoff game every night, baby. Have fun with it.
Yeah,
man.
you just gotta view it like,
Mm-hmm.
and if you view it with the glass half empty, that's just you, baby.
Yeah,
Like, you know
exactly.
what? Embrace it.
Yeah.
We can't. We're not playing.
Who let that fucking dog in here?
Oh, I think it's time for the dog of the week.
Dog of the week.
I don't have one.
I have
Actually,
one.
I do have one. Are we gonna?
I
just-
have
are
Are
one.
we all about? All right.
All right,
On the
I-
count of 3, we're all gonna say it.
We're not gonna say
Okay.
the same name.
I might.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I
Me
think
and-
we
me
are.
and you.
I think we're
we're-
dialed.
I don't know about you, but me and you.
I
look at
think
each
you and I
other.
are dialed. I've been waiting on this.
I have statistics telling me.
Okay, hold on.
No, I
Nerd.
This is but it's about
Hold
stats.
on.
We're talking about dogs.
Hold on. On like one. Hold on. Don't say anything right now.
Okay.
But like, is it 1, 2, 3, go or on 3? Like 1,
On
2,
go.
3. We say it.
On go.
1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Jose
Stand.
This
Brady.
Stanek, yeah.
Oh, I
Stanek.
was gonna say. I said Ryan Stanek.
Yeah.
We'll all say Ryan Stanek.
Yeah. Stanek.
Okay. I said Jose Brady.
You said a Brave? No,
He's
Stanek,
at-
dude.
he's at
Stanek.
Over
No.
1,000 OPS.
Dude, gets a
this week.
bullshit
really?
ball
Yeah.
call to get that run that he not deserved at all. Then strikes the next motherfucker out. Then
Let's him hear it.
then is like, fuck you. I loved that. That was like my favorite moment of the season so far, and it's kind of wild because it was on a bad thing. But I loved how Stanek did that. I was so hyped.
He made that nerd sad, and making nerds sad.
Crushing-
He deserved it.
Oh,
Hey.
can someone give me a Happy Meal?
Yeah.
Dude, he looked like a fucking cartoon character. He looked
Hate
like
that
he was
guy.
like in Tom and Jerry or some
Crybaby.
shit.
Dude, I swear to God, that guy you cannot come to Houston, bro. You cannot come to
yeah,
Houston.
whoever you are, don't even know
Yeah,
who you
I'm
are.
sorry, and that's not a threat by any means, but don't fucking come to Houston.
Jo-
dude.
Josh, love that you went the stat route.
No, I get it.
We went.
That's great.
We went with the dog. He had X-Dog.
He did. He had
X-Dog.
X-Dog, X-Grit, X-Aggression. I mean, he didn't. When it happened, obviously he was pissed. But then he got the out. When he got the out, that was
extremely
the
he kept his composure.
Yep.
Composure, got the out, and then
You say composer? Like,
Composer
like Beethoven?
he did, but it's okay.
all right.
The thing about Stanek, friend of the program,
My buddy.
I think we're gonna try to get him on hopefully here soon. He threw a fuck you fastball. One.
Yeah.
But then to turn around and let the umpire hear it. But I think that's gonna fire the boys up.
No,
and we dropped the game yesterday, which sucks because you have Framber on the mound, and that's a
You need
pencil
those.
win. You should have won that one.
Yeah.
But you kind of need those moments where someone gets jazzed up, riled up a little bit, and you let the umpires know. I know that's not us, and I know that's
maybe we should start slapping each other.
Maybe we should start slapping
exactly.
each other.
Maybe we should start just yelling at each other, looking scary.
Yeah, dude.
And he wasn't set.
No.
We shouldn't even get into it. It's just that's a whole fucking thing. I'll take it.
But
It was bullshit.
But
it was bullshit. But.
Hey, I mean, he also. I will say, I think he was also when he's letting the ump have it. I think he was looking at the dugout, looking at the boys, saying, "Come on the fuck on, let's go. This bullshit. We have to face this bullshit. Let's fucking."
And
let's
the whole
beat
game
'em."
was like that too.
Yeah.
The zone was atrocious.
The whole series.
The entire series. And there was 2 national games.
Yeah,
What's happening
was
in
it, was it that game or the game before the 8th inning that strikeout to Altuve were like
It was that game.
2 pitches in a row were
yeah.
way above the zone and way out of the zone.
Crazy.
It was ridiculous.
Yep. So Ryan Stanek,
Dog of the week.
You're my
Dog of the
dog.
week.
You're my dog. You're my dog.
X-Dog, X-Grit, friend of the program.
God, yeah.
Inaugural annual weekly Dog of the Week. We'll get you a shirt.
Yeah. Next time I see Ryan, it's
We
gonna
can
be
get him a
dog.
DVD. We can get him a used DVD.
yeah.
Starbucks gift card and
And a very crisp dap. I'm gonna get a
very
good dap.
maybe maybe a nut.
Yeah. I think we have some hot dogs in the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you can have
can
some
grill
hot
up
dogs.
some dogs.
I'll kind of just
Yeah.
give you like the.
Dude. I'm just kidding.
No, not the hard. But
Not
I'll just
on his
kinda give
arm.
you-
Not on his arm.
You're gonna punch him.
No, you know, like
That was
In
the
his
gift.
arm?
like a.
Ryan Stanek, Dog of the Week, first annual inaugural weekly Dog of the Week.
All right.
This episode was brought to you by Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo Wing Joint, new location, Morton Ranch. 4th of July drink specials are running starting Saturday, July 1st, running through the 4th through the holiday. Everyone listening, everyone tuning in, thank you. Hit the like, subscribe button, leave some comments, spread the word. Have a great holiday weekend. We will see you after the holiday, and we need to win.
We need to win
We need
games.
to win.
Let's win.
We need to win. Josh, bring us out.
Thank you for watching and listening to Beyond the Diamond podcast with Josh, Noah, Garrett, and Dez. We will see you next time.
Watch baseball.
Peace. Love you guys. Shout out Big City. Shout out Pocket Talk. Peace.